Hello and welcome to another Maggie's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Day off today, so nice to sit at home and enjoy the glorious sun. If you're going to be stuck in lockdown situation, then just to have the warmth, and if you've got a garden, why not enjoy it? From Dunkertons Cider Company, their Black Fox Organic Cider, which is a medium dry cider with an alcohol content of 6.8%, and it says they've had over 30 years of passion and expertise. Well, they were founded in 1980, so that's actually 40 years. With a pioneering spirit and vision, our ciders are crafted from freshly harvested organic cider apples and matured for over 12 months to deliver the famous Dunkertons deep flavour. So, award-winning Black Fox is handcrafted with up to 14 different carefully blended cider apple varieties to deliver a deliciously rounded cider with a lovely tangy finish and light honey hues. And on the back it's got all that information, which is good to read. Slightly bigger writing would have been nice for people who've got dodgy eyesight, but even so, it's good to see. And on the back it's got sweetenings, tannins, acidity, food pairing. So it's an interesting label, because let's be fair, there's a lot of labels out there. You really look and you ain't got a clue what you're buying. And for me it's laziness. I'd rather see what I'm buying, and if I can read it and it's legible to read easily, then that's good as well. So I bought from Sainsburys yesterday. I've not seen this anywhere else. Part of Sainsburys' new bit of a range review they've had, and like all the supermarkets, they're all doing it at the moment. So the only downer is these days you don't fancy going to supermarkets, because this was recommended to me by my old work colleague at Sainsburys, Nicola, and like a lot of retail people at the moment, basically they're going to work and you don't know what you're going to bring home. Go away. Dog. Hey, get off tappy feet. Go over there. Yeah, go right up there. He's 12 years old now. He's as daft as a bush, but he's lovely. Cocker spaniel. So, obviously, as with any cider, you're going to get good carbonation and lacing, very sparkly, unless it's a still cider, of course, with a little whitehead that's soon disappearing. On the aroma, I'm getting like a stewed apple aroma, and there's lots of different aromas there. And you'd think with apple you'd just get apple, wouldn't you? But no, there's a lot going on in the aroma. This for me is a very traditional cider, obviously not the fruit ciders that tend to get all the fanfare these days. So let's see what it's like. Again, a lot of the apple, different apple aspects come into the taste. I'm definitely getting the tannins. I'm definitely getting that stewed apple flavour. It's different, it's quirky, it's different. And then I'm getting the normal apple flavour. Who'd have thought from one glass? Oh, and obviously 6.8%. It's got a good strength to it. I think it's sold for about $2.20, $2.50 in Sainsburys. Obviously Sainsburys these days not as cheap as they used to be. Back in the day when I worked there, they weren't bad. They was comparable to everybody else, but nowadays they seem to have took off many of the offers that they have. They don't have many offers now. They have the prices. I suppose the prices are supposedly comparable to everywhere else, but I don't know. So this fella's still bubbling away in the background. The apple's wine, apple juice wine as it were. And just to off on a tangent in a minute, sampled the cherry juice wine last night. Wow, that was really good. Really enjoyed that. Bit sweet, but it's a nice sweet, it's not sickly sweet. And then you've got the orange juice wine as well, with a little bit of a funky aroma on it. But the taste, and like anything now, they need to mature. And I'm in no rush to drink it. I've got enough stuff to drink anyway. I've got enough beer review stuff to drink. I could do 5 reviews of beer a day and still get to July, August. And I'm not doing 5 a day. There's only so much you can talk about. So yeah, this Dunkertons cider, I'm just looking to see what other ciders they do. And they do a wide range of ciders. Oh, why do they have these things where they want your date of birth? Let's go to 1987, yeah, that's it, I'm done, I'm in. And they have bag-in-a-boxes, different cases, reserve ciders. This one, the Black Fox Organic. And the case is £16.50. I presume that's for an 8 case. So it's probably better if you're going to buy lots to buy it directly. But then they've got lots of different organic ciders, vintage cider, seedling cider, organic perry, a connoisseurs pack, a celebration range. And yeah, wow. So, more of a traditional cider maker, from what I can make out anyway. Well, obviously, we're in lockdown city, so I'm just catching up on little jobs. Any little job that I need to do, sort out I'm doing. We've got an issue with a neighbour 2 doors up, and he's got a disgusting garden, and he's had loads of rubbish that's been buried there for ages, and he's obviously disturbed the rubbish because he's cleared some of it, but he's still got bags there. And from that garden, all of a sudden, we've got evidence around our house where there's rats been trying to bloody get in past the air brick. This was a couple of weeks ago now. So obviously not what you want, especially with all the worry going off as it is. And so I've been putting poison down, and they've been taking it, so that's good. Hopefully I'll kill the little bleeders. Today I've got a rosé wine kit and a white wine kit arrive. I can't do anything with one of the kits because I can only brew 1 kit at a time. And this is going into my other barrel. So I've got 3 fermentation vessels, but I'm not moving that now until it's ready. So I'll probably do I'm going to do the rosé wine kit first, and then do the white wine kit as soon as that's sorted. And then that's probably the end of my brewing for a few months. And I might put any cash, I do the odd garden on the side, and I might put that cash together, ready for that day when we can go out, go back to theme parks, go back to normal life, and back to booking holidays as well at work instead of just getting the time off. When you talk about, I've copped right really. I mean, I've been unhappy in my job, aspects of it anyway. And yet just recently it went better. I wasn't so bothered. And then all of a sudden, obviously, this all broke out, this lockdown situation, and they turned around to us, because you know when he says only essential work must be done, and you're thinking to yourself, well, I can stay at home and get 80% pay. 80% pay means I'm probably paying no tax. So yes, it's 80%, but the amount of tax and insurance you'll pay is a lot less. So it would make up for the majority of that. But then they said, well, we need you to be key workers, and then we'll give you the 100% pay. So last week I did 1 day, 5 hours at work. That was a great week. And to yesterday I did the same, did about 7.5 hours yesterday. And again, you know, long may that continue. And on a serious note, you know, it's going to continue for a while. The death rate dropped down yesterday, but we know that was a blip. It's the weekend blip. It needs to drop down continuously, day after day after day, to know you're coming out of that curve. I think today it will rise substantially, and that'll put the wind up people. And then last night, you know, I'm not really a fan of politicians, but I did like the way Boris Johnson was. Love him all over me over Brexit. he stood up for what he wanted. Jeremy Corbyn sat on the fence. Boris was Brexit, Brexit, Brexit. And just like the Liberal Democrats, they was no Brexit. So, you know, wherever you sit, if you're true to your morals, then there's respect there. And he did well. And then obviously this came along. And all of a sudden, the way he was speaking, he reminded me of Winston Churchill. The great leaders of this country are going into a war situation, and for him to come down with this, it's crap luck. And then obviously now in intensive care, and you feel for the bloke, he's doing his best, and obviously got a partner with a little baby on the way at some stage, and like most people in the UK, you want him to get better, carry on leading the country. You may not agree with his politics all the time, but nobody wants anybody to go through this. And then you read on BBC News that near me, in Heanor, the mayor of Heanor told him that posted that he deserved it. She was ranting and said that he deserved it. What a stupid comment. No one deserves this. There are some very evil people in the world, but them in prison, some of them should be shot. They should have been hanged anyway. But no one deserves this. No one deserves to have families ripped apart. Bloody idiots some people are, really are. I'd love to run this country. I would sort stuff out. But you'd have to be as brutal. Although last night I had respect for Trump. First he's on about his own country, and then you looked at him, and there's everyone's emotional at the moment. You're only a switch away from bursting into tears. And it was on about Boris Johnson, and I could hear it in his voice, the emotion about wanting to send people over to aid our doctors, they're on a moment's notice. And it's which really should be helping your own citizens first, I suppose, but yeah, the emotion in his voice, the Boris Johnson thing took over, the first few minutes of his chat, and respect him for that. But anyway, back to this. 13 minutes, Jesus Christ. Oh. So yeah, a true traditional cider with good strength, good complex tastes in there, and it's all apples, but different variations of apple taste coming out. And if you buy it, see if you can pick them up. If you're a fruit cider fan, this may be a bridge too far for you, but if you're a Strongbow fan or any normal apple cider fan, at 6.8%, it's one that should interest you massively. Oh, I've definitely got a nice dry twang to it as well. The more you drink that, and wow, that strength really does come through. It's you can proper feel it, it's nice. The difference in apple flavours there. You get the red apple, and there's 13 different varieties of apple in there. You'd have to be a king of apple, picking out apple flavours to get all them. I can tell there's green apple, red apple, but I can't, and obviously stewed apple, as I said, but I can't pick out every flavour. I'm not that much of a connoisseur of apples. But what it does what it says on the tin. Very good in apple aroma, good in apple taste, lots of different complex apple taste and aroma, and quite a nice cider as well. And the strength, wow, I can feel it now, and I've only had this one glass, and I won't be drinking again probably until later in the evening. But yeah, not bad at all. And I think it's good in moderation, having a drink in these really stressful times and not watching too much news. You got to walk. Sometimes you just got to ignore what's on the news. have a quick glance, then come away. So, Black Fox Organic Cider from Dunkertons. There we go, Dunkertons. Never heard of them before. Never seen it in Sainsburys before. Worked there for 5 years, so I would know. But yeah, really nice. A very good traditional type of cider. So if you've joined the cider drinking ranks through the fruit or quirky ciders, or if you're an apple cider fan, this is a very interesting cider for more traditional fans. And overall a decent tasting cider as it is. Out of 5 then. For me, 4.4 out of 5. Very nice. I must one day try the rest of their range. Then again, I need a lot of money to keep trying all these different ranges out there. There are so many beers and ciders. It's a great hobby. I love it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.